Hey guys, welcome back to Eric Reacts with more of The Good Place. This episode is actually called The Snowplow, so I mistitled the last episode. I'm gonna go back and fix that soon. But last time, Trevor got booted. Michael and Janet are on the run from Jen. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Everybody's all together. The four humans are together. They're working on becoming better people. They're on this scientific study. So yeah, it'll be fun. Let's get started.
I have a question for you. Are you out of your damn mind?
Your Honor.
This actress.
I think you're breaking up.
That's impossible. It's a magical key, you dick. What are you doing? I can see you.
Oh man.
There's no way to track people's actual point totals. Only the accountants have that information. But
Accountants?
I did install
Did we ever hear that
microphones.
about that before?
At least we can keep our eye on them.
What?
Eleanor farted and then she blamed it on her chair.
Before we begin, Trevor
Tahani's
is
like-
dropping out of the study. He sent me an email last night.
Woohoo.
I'm sad to inform you that I am too ugly and stupid to be in the study, and I'm going home to my mommy.
Oh, Michael.
That was me. I wrote that email.
So proud of it.
I try to avoid pointless group activities.
Whoa, come on.
Christmas parties or jury duty.
You're supposed to be growing
To me,
here.
this single
Jury
most
duty?
powerful sound in the universe is that mangled opening
Oh.
note of your
Say ventromedial prefrontal cortex.
Ventral medial prefrontal cortex.
Jaguars rule.
Tani was like,
So much fun here,
I don't even know if I got that
but
right.
I didn't
Oh my
plan to stay
god.
in Australia this
The
long,
post-its.
and
That one said Jason is so cute.
I found a lottery ticket on the ground outside my apartment. I scratched it off, and I won $18,000.
Wow, that's amazing.
Bad luck next time.
Tahani.
Yes, sorry, from context, I see that.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Yes, Tahani.
Everything here is in a, I don't know how to describe it, like a different zone of time, a different clock land.
I'll watch the game with Jason.
Glad.
I enjoy American football. I actually dated a player once, but he wasn't my type, so I set him up with my friend Giselle.
Bunchen.
Yeah, we got
Bunchen.
it. We always do.
Tom frickin' Brady.
Awesome.
Of course I remember you. We dated.
I know, I just never expect anyone to remember me.
What?
Because I'm only 6'4" and I have one of those forgettable faces.
Compared to your brothers?
I'm sure
Oh
you're
my
busy
god, this is
probably
hilarious.
talking to me.
Sit down.
The only thing wrong with him is his lack of
Hello,
confidence.
Chris and Liam and Luke. Sorry, no.
Oh,
I
no.
won't mention your brothers again. As long as you don't mention my sister.
Aw, they're actually kind of made for each other, aren't they?
The reunion was a smashing success.
Smash.
Pun, you see. So we had intercourse.
Yeah, again, I always get it.
I do feel bad.
Superboard, activate.
Good morning, Professor Aragonian.
Superboard?
Lesson plan ready to go.
What the heck?
Lord, we're moving back to London to begin planning the wedding. Oh, smokes.
So don't give Blake Bertles to Jason?
Blake Bertles.
How are you even lugging this thing around? I'm not sure I could bench this much weight.
Well, girls in my social class begin ring training at a very young age.
Ring training?
I'm throwing a little engagement party.
Tell me that's not real.
Holy crap, Tahani, you found this place on Airbnb?
Oh, no. I see why you're confused.
What?
I used Airbnb.
Oh my god.
It's an app for heirs and heiresses where we swap mansions,
Oh
private
god,
islands,
that's hilarious.
hangers.
Is he ashamed at having a perfect jawline and 0% body fat?
Simone's like,
She wants to marry me.
Do you
Wow.
know what you look like?
Fixing baby spines is just as valuable as acting.
Duh.
A flight for tomorrow morning, so squeeze the last breath from your dying lungs.
You're a caterer, right?
You're
It's a very competitive industry.
I get that we all have meaningful lives outside the study. Well, Tahani and Chidi do. Jason and I are straight trash. Think about how much progress we've all made. Let's all stay here and keep it going. What do you say?
Eleanor, that was absolutely lovely.
It really was, and I'm so glad.
She was like
that
leaning
meant
forward,
that much to
hoping.
you.
I don't need you guys. You don't need me. And since you don't need me, I'm just gonna take the me out of this cake. Oh, sorry, the deed is done. Pip, pip, too late.
Pip,
farewell
pip.
to you, my liege. You're a brain scientist.
Brain
Can you
scientist.
tell me why I did that?
Maybe you need a child psychologist. Or a binky.
It's a solid word.
As humans evolved, the first big problem we had to overcome was me versus us. Learning to sacrifice a little individual freedom for the benefit of a group. The next problem to overcome was us versus them, trying to see other groups different from ours as equals. That one we're still struggling with. That's why we
Right.
racism and nationalism and why fans of Stone Cold
Precisely.
Steve Austin hate fans of The Rock.
Oh, we hate The Rock because he went Hollywood and Stone Cold keeps it real, so The Rock's fans are real jabronis. Point made. Keep going.
I don't think you ever got past the me versus us stage.
Yeah,
I mean, have you
because
ever
her
been part of a
parents.
group that you really cared? The Brainy Bunch is basically the first group that became part of your self-identity, and now that's breaking up. You're feeling this new kind of loss.
She's
and you're
good.
scared of going back to being alone.
I think me needs to go apologize to us. And thank you.
Aww.
What if we all agree to a yearly reunion? And then that way the Brainy Bunch never dies.
We should all meet up in Jacksonville. My house is right on the water. It didn't used to be, but the whole city is a swamp and it's sinking into the ocean.
Oh my god.
Strong pitch, bud.
Next year in Jacksonville.
Really?
Yeah. We might not want to wait a whole year. It's sinking really fast.
We should have toast.
It's sinking really fast.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What the hell is that?
Oh,
Oh my god.
guys, what are you doing down here?
Wow, so Michael and Janet are really probably gonna have to go to the bad place after all this. They're spying on people, invading their privacy, meddling. It's just, I get it's all for a good cause, but I don't know if the judge will be able to see past all that. I don't know if they have point totals for themselves, because we've seen them seen people, humans have point totals, but I don't know about Janet's and architects or demons, whatever. I appreciate the direction the show is going. The humans have always been reset so many times, and we get a little frustrated as the audience when they lose their progress, but honestly, if they had just kept building on where they were, they might already be such great people that it wouldn't be that interesting to watch anymore. It was very Eleanor to refuse those cupcakes at first, and it was kind of hilarious hearing that she doesn't like group activities, that including jury duty. Chidi was just like, what? I'm a huge fan of Simone. She was just like, cool stance, counterpoint, these are delicious free cupcakes. And she's honestly been like the MVP of the season for me. Just getting Eleanor to break out of her shell a little bit was really cool. The line about, she was like taking a picture of them, she's like, everyone say ventral medial prefrontal cortex. Oh. And Tahani was just like, and Jason was just like, Jaguars rule, because that's whenever he doesn't know what to say, he just reverts back to Jaguars. Tahani is just so Tahani too. And yeah, while Michael and Janet are spying on them, they've posted like a bunch of post-its on their screens. They say, one of them said Tahani is primping again. They're also counting how many times Tahani looks in a mirror, and there are like 35 tallies. There was one that says Jason is very cute with a little smiley face. And then there was another one with tallies saying how many times Jason mentions Jaguars. So that was really funny. Go back and check that out in the episode if you haven't. It was also Janet telling people way too much information is one of my favorite things in the show now. She was just telling that guy selling the lotto tickets where he lost his key and that his aunt is actually his mom, and he was just like. And she told the bartender that his ex-wife still loves him and that he should show her his poetry. It's great stuff. Speaking of the lottery, though, Eleanor won 18,000, and Tahani was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Better luck next time." Yes, sorry. From context, I see that as actually a large sum of money. She's just so far divorced from reality, and it's really funny sometimes. I noticed in one of the 3 months later transitions that it's the holiday season, and Michael and Janet have gone completely overboard with the decorations. I'm guessing that's mostly because Michael wants to do as many human things as possible, and I guess Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, he really wants to enjoy those, and I'm glad to see him and Janet enjoying themselves. It was really funny too. And yeah, Jason being lonely is kind of sad. You do see in one of those transitions that you see the shorts that Janet got him, and it's originally I thought he was homeless, but he's actually just wearing those pants. He might be homeless though. I don't know. We don't know where he's living right now. But yeah, I'm sad he's lonely. He has to watch Jaguars games online at 3 a.m. because he's in a different zone of time, a different clock land. And oh my god, Tahani dating Tom Brady. And she was just, that's so her. And she was just like, she has to make it very clear that she's talking about Tom Brady without actually mentioning him. So she's getting better, not actually dating, not actually mentioning who she's dating, but she's just like, I just set him up with my friend Giselle Bunchen. She still feels like she gets a lot of social capital from mentioning people who she knows. Larry Hemsworth is kind of hilarious, but he really needs a therapist, because just because he's not as famous as his brothers doesn't mean he should think of any less of himself. It's kind of funny that he and Tahani had the same problem feeling overshadowed by their siblings though, but it seems like an even bigger problem for Larry. But yeah, they seem kind of made for each other. But yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see how that all works out. Blake Bertles was adorable, and Airbnb is amazing. I hope it's real on some level. I loved how Larry was so scared to meet everybody, and the group is just like, is he not how aware of a perfect specimen he is? Do you know what you look like? And then he's upset when Jason asks a question about his brother. And Tahani had to be like, fixing baby's spine is just as valuable as acting. I think it's more valuable, probably more, unless your film changes the consciousness of a nation. I really feel bad for Eleanor though. She really needs this group. She's never had a real functional group before, or if she did, she wasn't in a place to accept it and thrive in it. It's perfectly understandable given that the first group that everyone is part of, their families, was so incredibly dysfunctional for her. So very well written. Simone again stepping up and being there for Eleanor. The talk about the me versus us and the us versus them thing is extremely interesting. I've never heard it put in those terms before. So from an evolutionary standpoint, what Simone said makes a lot of sense, and it's also true, I feel like, how we mature as individuals as well. So as children, we have to learn to consider the feelings of others that we deal with on a daily basis. And if we're exposed to the right ways of thinking, we can do that with people who aren't like us. And yeah, it's difficult because a lot of people aren't taught that. But as a race, we grew because we learned to look after the people around us. I mean, just imagine what we could do if our society understood the us versus them problem. Unfortunately, like Simone said, we do get stuck being selfish, and not all of us have the ability to recognize it like Eleanor does in this episode. So yeah, we've got a long way to go. I'm really happy the show brought up themes like this, and yeah, so now everybody saw Michael and Janet about to head into the afterlife. I'm really excited to see how that turns out, and it'll be fun. So yeah, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know about your thoughts about this episode, whether you enjoyed it or not. Any thoughts on us versus them, me versus we, me versus us. Yeah, and have a good day, guys, and thanks for watching. Bye, friends.